Hare Krishna. So, all of us have problems in life, all of us face issues and difficulties. But sometimes in life, there are these kind of people which just create problems for us. It seems like, they're just making things even more difficult, even more worse. So, at these times, people ask the question, why? Why do these people cause me trouble? Why are they interfering in my life? Why are they troubling me? Why has God sent such people towards me? I'm tired of it because already life is full of problems. Now why do I have to deal with such a people? Even how do I deal with such a people? So let's look at some 4 points which can hopefully help us to try to understand and overcome such feelings. The first point is that the Lord is the supreme controller. There's a saying in the Shastras that not even a blade of grass moves without the sanction of the Lord. Nothing happens outside Lord's control. So therefore we can understand that whatever is happening is actually under the control of the Lord. He is not losing control. He is perfectly in control. Although we feel we may be losing control of the situation, but He has allowed it to happen. He has sanctioned it to happen. Why? There must be a reason for this, right? So we have to trust that Lord is the one who has arranged this. He has sanctioned this problem, this person, or whatever issue is happening. Lord is under the control of Lord. It's not something that that person has control over even. So the first point is Lord is a supreme control. Trust and have faith in the control of the Lord. Nothing is happening randomly. Which comes now to our second point. Someone will say, okay, fine, but why? What is the reason for this? So second point, we can understand, or we can try to understand, that it is probably our because of our previous karmas. Maybe in the past life we have troubled others. In the past life we have humiliated others. In the past time we have shouted at others. In the past time we have fought with others. In the past we have made it difficult for others. None of us are that innocent. We have to agree and we have to accept. None of us are innocent, because the very fact that we have this human life, we are born again, itself is a proof that we have some sin, right? We have some mistake. So we are just receiving, one can think like this, we are just receiving the troubles that we have caused others ourselves. The mistreatment, the hurt, the offense, whatever we may have done, whether we realize it or we don't realize it, whatever energy we had sent out, that is all combined and coming back to us in this form. So accept it, that if this thing happened, it must be triggered because of something I have done, whether I remember it or not. This is the second point. First point is the supreme control of the Lord. Nothing is going haywire. It is perfectly planned. There is a reason for it. We can understand, second point, that it is our previous actions only that is coming back. But then someone may ask a second question. But why? What's the benefit of this? Why is it coming back to me? Why is this problem coming back to me? The answer is the third point, for our own purification. So, whatever we get in life, hardships, troubles, obstacles, problems, issues, this is nothing but to purify us, to make us a better person, to purify our heart of our lower natures. As we have discussed before, the heart is filled with 6 kinds of enemies: lust, anger, greed, and so on and so forth. That it's just hurting our heart. And just like Lord Krishna danced on Kalia, and every step he stepped on the serpent, poison came out. So similarly, when problems come, it's like a kick, a slap, a step on our hearts, on our egos, and the poison is coming out. To the degree that we can accept that the Lord is in control, although I feel my life is going out of control, to the degree we can accept that yes, I had done something, then the third point comes in, that we can accept this, that this is for my own purification. Okay, fine. Okay, it's not the end of life. Fine. Right? So we must understand that the Lord works by his energies. He has multifarious energies. Parasya Shaktir Vividaiva Suyate. The Lord is controlling by so many of his energies. And sometimes, you're walking on the street, you're minding your own business, it's a rainy day, there's puddles everywhere, and suddenly a car swooshes by, and just sprays mud, or sprays just dirty water all over you, and you're like, why, right? So the Lord has many energies just to purify us of our ego, of our pride, of our so-called envy, and we just have to accept it. Okay, fine, it's not over. So that comes to our fourth point then. What shall we do when all this happens? The fourth point is tolerate. What can we do? Right? We are thinking that people are creating problem in our lives. We are thinking that people are making my life even more hard. But many times, if we think about it, many people are tolerating us. Just as much as we think we are tolerating others, many people are actually tolerating our existence. Life itself is about tolerance. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Dukhalaya Ashashvatam. Everywhere you go in this world, it's going to be miserable. Right? Because this is not our place. We are not meant to be here. We are meant to be in the spiritual world. But we have come here, therefore we have to tolerate this world. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 14th verse, Tam stitikshasva bharata. Just tolerate. Tolerating is a powerful thing. Just tolerate and be dutiful. This world is temporary, it is short lived. My actual position is in the spiritual world as a servant of the Lord. All this thing that is enacting in this world, the problems, the issues, the obstacles, whatnot, are just like a drama, a show. Okay? So remember these 4 points. First thing is that we should understand that the Lord is in control. Second, it is just my own reactions coming back at me. Third, the purpose for all this is for my own purification, to make me more humble, to make me more surrendered, to make me more faithful. Fourth, somehow or other, some things you just have to tolerate it. Just as much as people are tolerating you, we have to tolerate it. Right? So having spoken this fourth point, now we have to see in the base of the issue, if someone is actually threatening you or it's a very disastrable, life threatening thing, then certain things we will not tolerate. But I'm speaking about the simple problems in life. Right? You go to office and your lift is not working, or you go to office and someone shouts in your face. You go to school and then the teacher suddenly punishes you without reason, God knows why. You know, so certain things which can be tolerable, that's what we're discussing about. So, after all these 4 points, I would like to end with a small story, how we should increase our faith in times of trouble. Once there were two men crossing the river, a very tall man and a very short man. Both of them were holding hands, and they saw the river, the 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 flow of the river was so powerful and so strong. So the tall man told the short man, "Just hold on my hand, let's go, we'll cross it." And they started wading through the water. As they were going, water level started increasing. Now the water level reached the chest of the short man. The short man was feeling a bit worried. He looked up the long man, the tall man. The tall man's the water level was just coming up to his hips. He said, "Don't worry, let's move on." And they start going, moving on, moving on. The short man, the water level start reaching to his chest, right? It was coming up to his neck. Now it's reaching up almost to his nose, and he starts becoming panicky. He starts becoming worried, and he starts becoming fearful. Now at this juncture, what should the short man do? Or what shouldn't the short man do? Right? He should hold on tightly, even more tightly, to the hand of the tall man. Not that he gets panicked and lets go. Right? Eventually, if he just holds on and just pushes through, the tall man will pull him on the other side. Similar in our lives also, when problems, issues, and such things, these minor things that come within our lives, which we just feel so irritated by, do not let it get the better of you. Right? Tolerate it, hold on, have more faith in the Lord, and just keep praying, "My Lord, what are you trying to teach me in this?" If we can surrender, we can increase our faith in this way, we will become a better person. In fact, Lord will give us the strength by which we can overcome these problems. So do not become dismayed, do not become disdained by all the issues and problems, the small things that come up in life. Focus on our goal. It's a drama. Let it play out its part. Become more faithful in the Lord, and this way we will actually grow spiritually. Hare Krishna.